So, 2 weeks.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I genuinely on the drive over here, I literally checked the calendar and went, oh my God, it's only been 2 weeks. So what I want to do today is just explore a little bit more about your journey up to the Ironman. Not too much, don't give any secrets away. How you were feeling from an emotional point of view, the stresses and strains of daily life, work, family, walking the dogs, etc., etc. And how you felt when you were in taper, particularly. A lot of people struggle with taper. How you felt when you got there, you saw the village, the event, set up, transition. I kind of know some of it because we were talking throughout. And then take us through the race bit by bit, and we'll kind of I'll interject with different questions and stuff. But from a training perspective, let's kick off there. Obviously, we've been working together in the lead up to this for many, many, many months. Must be coming up to a year.
I think it's
got to be.
I did my first sprint at Grafham the week and a year before Italy. So I went from first ever triathlon sprint, obviously hadn't met you, and I just thought, I can give that a go. So doing that, and then a year later doing Ironman Italy.
Yep.
And then I think I got in touch with you about a month after the Grafham sprint. So it's probably about a year this month.
Not far off. Not far off. It's been good. It's been good. So once you decided upon Ironman, once once we'd had us talk about Italy, I sort of said, you know, your strengths and weaknesses, this is great for a starter course, you know, your first Ironman, nice and flat, good support on the route, etc., etc. So I kind of pushed you towards Italy, it felt, in the lure that it might swing the partner as well into a nice Italian location.
Well, I did give Laura the list. I remember giving Laura the list of Italy, Copenhagen, Kalmar, like all the beginner-friendly ones. And the question was, where do you want a holiday? Yeah. And when given the choice of those three, of course, you're going to pick Italy.
I'm going to say she seemed very happy there too, while you were out working hard. So the training, again, don't go into too much depth, but how did you find the training on a very sort of grand scale? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate elements of it? What was good? What was bad?
I think having 2 weeks off now makes me appreciate how much I enjoyed the structure, like the ability to not have to think about what do I need to do today, and you just get up and do it, but how quickly you get into the flow of doing some really big numbers without even thinking about it. So I was lying in bed this morning and I was like, oh, I could spend some time on the bike, and then to me spending time on the bike now 2 weeks post is like maybe half an hour. And I was like, in reality, 4 weeks ago, I was getting up and spending 5 hours on the bike, and you become so numb to the numbers you're putting out very, very quickly. And all of a sudden, cycling 100 miles on a Sunday and chucking in a run doesn't really feel like much. But I think there's a 10 months worth of build up. And having it struck with you, it kind of is a little bit each week. You don't really notice it too much before you become numb to the fact that you're just putting out these massive numbers, and you take a step back and go, wow, that's actually quite a lot.
How the hell did I fit it in?
Well, it was again the conversation before I came here this morning with Laura. I was like, well, how did I fit this in? And we were like, well, now I get 9 hours sleep every night rather than 7.5 or 8. And it's only that extra hour, but it's amazing how much you can pack in that extra hour every morning. And so like, my training is always in the morning. For some reason, I just train really badly post work. So I was always getting up early to fit it in, pack it in. And if I needed to do 4 hours on the bike, 5 hours on the bike, I was on the bike by 5 a.m. And that worked for me to get it in, done, and still have a day afterwards. And you had obviously the unique challenge of being, your weeks are spent in 2 different locations as well. So, you know, you spend half the week due to work up north and then half the week down south. So you had a very different dynamic where you were as well. So it's another challenge. That adds it. Triathlon is expensive, no one can get away from that, but that adds an element of when you're now having to pay two pool memberships.
Yeah.
Fortunate that up north in the Peak District, running is like the best. Like you can go every day, no matter what the weather, you're running somewhere exciting, which helps.
Yeah.
But I had to balance the constantly bike and turbo trainer.
Yeah.
Up in the car, down in the car, up in the car, down in the car, until eventually I was like, this is getting silly now.
I wonder if that's what's done your back in.
Yeah, just constantly lugging out the turbo trainer.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, lifting that into the car and out of the car and into the car and out of the car.
And having to reset things up every week.
Yeah.
I have bought a second one now. Okay. I bought a second one about 2 months ago because it was...
Which signifies the what's to come. But yeah, we'll get onto that.
it was verging on too much. And the tipping point for me is I was lifting it out the car and one of the inserts that I hadn't for the axle fell out into long grass.
Oh man.
And I spent an hour looking around trying to find it because I was like, I really don't have to buy another one of those.
Or a metal detector.
Yeah, so I was like, no, scrap that. Invest for the future.
What was the things, like, so two sides of the coin, what was the things during those, let's say 10 months that kept you going? Like told you that it, like what you were doing was worthwhile, was working, you know, all the kind of positive things. And then on the flip side, was there any points where you just thought, I can't do this, or I won't do this, I just can't be bothered anymore, it's not working for me?
I'm very, very goal focused. Once I've got one, I will throw everything I've got to try and get there. Yeah. I think the points for me and my points of success throughout is when you hit a PB unintentionally. Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, when you're just doing whatever it might be. If you're doing an interval session, I think one of them was 12 by 1Ks with 2 minutes or whatever it was in between each. Yeah. And you've done that and you've still hit a random 10K PB even with the rest, and you go, oh, something's clicking here, because that means I've got even more
in the box
to give
in the rest periods.
Or you go out for a ride and the first time I hit 200 watts for an hour outside average, you go, I wasn't even trying for that. Yeah. But wow, that's come a long way from not being able to do that. Yeah. And then I think it came very late. Obviously, I was adult onset swimmer. By the time I could text you to say, wow, I think I just felt catching the water properly. Yeah. And all of a sudden you go, that swim worked. Yeah. Like, I felt like I was swimming. Yeah. I'm still not a swimmer. Yeah. And I will never say I am a swimmer. But the first time you can catch the water and go, oh, that's what a catch feels like. Yeah. Rather than just trying to get through the session. And
that's fair.
It verges on enjoying a training session rather than just going through the motions. Good.
Okay. So on the negative side, was there any point where you turned around and said, I'm out, I'm not doing this, or anything? I never got that impression from you. No. Like I say, it always made me smile when I sort of, either in Training Peaks, the comments, or I got a text message saying, so I might have hit a 10-mile PB, or I might have hit a 40k PB on the bike or something. And I always but I never got the sort of negative side, like, why am I doing this shit? Sort of
I don't think you can let the negative side creep in.
Okay.
Because when you then sit down and question why on earth you're doing it, it's a big investment financially, emotionally, physically.
But there was bad days.
It does impact your partner, but you don't question. Well, you should. In my view, you can't question why you're doing it. Otherwise, you'd never get up the next day to carry on. There were bad sessions. There were ones that you didn't enjoy. Tired. Some days, your legs just don't want to work. Yeah. And then I think it's having the support of a coach there to go, I can drop the message and go, look, say I just didn't feel it. I got it done. Did I ignore everything that you said to do? But I still went out for an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like the session might have been certain repeats on a run or certain repeats cycling. And you look at it and you get up and you go, I know that's not going to happen today. But if I just go and do a 1 hour easy run, that's still better than nothing. Yeah. I'll still hit the time 100%. Rather than, it might not be as structured, that it should have been, but you still got it. You got something done rather than nothing done.
Good.
And there was a few sessions where it was like that, but I think you can't expect everything to be perfect all of the time.
No, it's a long journey, and there is always going to be ups and downs. And I think, again, I felt a lot more positivity and ups from you than negatives. That's for sure. And the consistency that you showed was just off the scale. You know, I've been quite lucky this season, this year, with a number of athletes just being so consistent, and you can clearly see the difference in the end result. And so it's what you've done has been absolutely fantastic.
I think you have to remind yourself that it is a privilege to do what we do.
It is, yeah.
We don't, to have support to be able to do it, to have the mindset to be able to do it. Like, no one's forcing us to go out and swim, bike, run.
Yeah.
But no one's like saying you have to do this, otherwise your life depends on it. Yeah. Look, we're all choosing to do it. So
yeah, that's absolutely right. So taper. So we did about 10 days, 2 weeks, where we just started to turn things down quite quickly. How did you feel during that? Obviously you had physical side of it with your back, but mentally, how did you cope with doing less? Were you still sure that you were doing the right thing for the Ironman? Did it feel lazy? Did you feel like you weren't doing enough? You weren't ready? All those kind of.
I think the doubts start to creep in because you always feel like you could do more. And I think I messaged you one day to say, look, I really want to go and do something, but I didn't because only something bad can happen. If a rest day is scheduled in taper, you trust your coach that that's what you're meant to be doing. So if I go out and swim, bike or run, nothing good can come from it. Because you're meant to be resting.
Not going to make any major change. To the detriment, sure. If you fell over, you'd be like, why am I here?
Fell off your bike, you twisted your ankle, you had a rubbish swim that just you lost all confidence on. And that was my mindset through taper. Do what I'm told to do and don't do anything more, because only something bad could come from it. Touch wood, apart from right at the end, I've been very fortunate with staying fit, staying healthy. No real serious niggles through 10 months. So why take the risk in taper just because you feel like you want to do more?
Couldn't agree more. Good.
That doesn't make it easy though. Because the mental of I've gone from 16 hours a week to 8 overnight effectively. You're going, come on, I'm itchy, I need to go and do something, start pacing around the house.
I'm not doing enough.
I'm not doing enough. There could always just top it up a little bit. And that's, I think, when you need to step back, then you can go, look, 10 months worth of work, there isn't much more I can really do now.
Yeah, absolutely.